thumb pads. Your general thoughts on
Really encouraging. However, you can tell we didn't have spring football, and so it's been our first day in half pads. Our thought our quarterbacks, by and large, really executed our offense well. But that's somewhat to be expected. However, it's always good to see those guys go out there and continue to make some steps forward. I think fundamentally they're getting better. Brent Vegan's done a great job with them. Good effort on the lines of scrimmage. However, I think we're rusty, and that's to be expected. I mean, we have not had pads on since the Arizona Bowl. But we're not the Lone Ranger here. There's going to be other schools in our conference that are in the same position, probably with the exception of Air Force. I know they've been practicing. But it was great to be out there. The great news is we know we're going to probably have something going on the 24th. And so, I think, we were off record here. We asked, is that going to be enough time to get ready? Yeah, it is, because everybody's going to have the same situation. And the exciting thing for our players, for our university, and for the Cowboy fans is we're playing football this fall.
Coach, is it without spring ball? Is there some elements of spring in fall camp? Do you have to do it that way?
Yeah, you certainly do. But typically what you do, Kevin, you kind of rework some things from spring football during fall camp. However, this is going to be a different fall camp. We'll probably be a little bit more aggressive with some of our physicality, things that we do during practice, because we've got to vet and sort out some of these guys who's made some progress in the weight room, who's done some things in the off season, where our freshmen lie. We'll hold our breath a little bit because you're always concerned about injuries. But I think we're going to need to mix it up a little bit. We have a plan. I think everything's put in place as far as strategically going through how many days we'll be in full pads, what kind of activities we need to do as we're getting ready to go into game week in a couple weeks.
We're all interested, but is it difficult to practice without knowing if you're going to play?
Well, I know a lot of coaches out there, they're all chomping at the bit just like our fans are, saying, okay, who are we going to play first? Right now, we're really concerned about ourselves and installing our elements of our offense, defense, and the kicking game. But there's going to come a time when that is going to come into play if we're going to play somebody on the 24th, which we hope that we will, that we'll know who our opponent is. But I know that Commissioner Thompson and that crew in Colorado Springs are working diligently, comprising a conference schedule. When it comes out, we'll be ready to go. But right now, we're focused on the Cowboys.
The NFL question. Talk about having 15 guys
Yeah.
in the NFL. You got to be so proud.
Well, really happy for our players, 15 players on active rosters on opening day, or right now, not opening day, but last week. It's been great, and it's great to see not only the guys that are just out there, but contributing. I mean, I don't know what the heck fantasy football is. My daughter's upset because she couldn't get Josh Allen, but from what I understand, our guys are really having a major contribution in a lot of different ways, whether it's interceptions or touchdowns or scoring drives or tackles and things like that. I think it's an indication of how people in the National Football League see our program. I know that's more guys on active roster than anybody else in the Mountain West. And certainly I know you've been at the University of Wyoming a long time. It's probably been quite some time since we've had this much of a contribution.
And it's got to be a great boon to recruit.
Well, every young man wants to have a dream to play in the NFL, and what you can really show here is that, we have a program that can develop you to put yourself in position to do that. And, that's a credit to Tom Berman several years ago when we re-engineered our facilities and our nutrition plan, strength and conditioning, and then the coaching that we've given them. And so that's been a great combination. So guys can look and say, you know what, I can get a great degree and also have an opportunity to play in the NFL.